All right. So you need to pay attention, because although the currency didn't move for us in the session, all right, it's still, the targets are valid. All right, you'll get it. It'll come through as an email for you. So don't, wait, just wait. It'll come through as an email, and you'll be able to watch it. Okay, we have to produce it and all that and send it out to you, but you will get it. All right. So we're going to start over here in the euro. Now you need to pay attention. As we saw, the market could not break the bottom. It could not break the day chart. So we're still a buyer. Can everybody see that? We're still inside an uptrend. All right. So our first target is this day chart top, and the second target is the PSR and the S2 up here, right here. So there's our two targets for tonight. All right. So we're looking for this first target. I doubt that it'll break out of here, but it could. I don't know what it's going to do. If I knew that, I'd be a trillionaire. All right. All I do is follow the charts. All right. So we'll look for a trade up through this line, up through here. They've already taken these targets out. So the next target is the day chart top. All right. So it's about 50 pips away. So that's where the euro is trying to go if it continues to move to the upside. Okay. All right. Yes, Val. You'll get it. All right. If you got the email telling you how to get in here, you'll get the email. All right. I don't even send it out. I send it to the company who's going to send it out. All right. So we're looking for that opportunity. I'm not a fan of the euro, so I won't trade it. You guys can have at it if you want to. All right. British pound has now taken our target out with the wick. All right. Everybody see that? That's why we're target traders. We can find where they're going. All right. So we can all see now that the opportunity here on the British pound is not until we break this support and this line, which is coming off this bottom, 3 soldiers down here. There is trade number 1 and trade number 2. Is that easy to see or what? That's as easy as pie to see. It's what we call a snowman. All right. He's a pretty fat snowman here. It allows us to press our winners. So trade 1 is here, trade 2 is here. All right. So how do we trade this? All right. We're going to have to break here, and we're going to have to get our stop move by 5,200. We're going to trade it down to 51.62. There are 40 pips here, so we can add below 5,200. We can add a position. When we get through this mess here, assuming we do, when we get through this mess, you're going to have to move your stop tight here, and you break down here, you'll be at 36. All right, you're going to get a break and a hook, and on the go, you're going to trade it down to here, moving your stop at 5,100 and doubling your position under 5,100 because you got 60 pips underneath there. All right, everybody see that? Very simple. That's the trade opportunity on the British pound tomorrow morning. Now, if that happens, just like this one happened last night, you'll hear traders come in, like last night when they said, okay, how did you do on the British pound? All right, and the British pound, oh, we didn't get the British pound. Sorry, nobody traded it. We had it, but nobody traded it. So there we go. All right, that's the opportunity there. So we're going to trade below 52.42. We're going to first trade is down to 51.50. Second trade is down to 5,000. All right. Now CAD. All right, the CAD we're looking for the breakout to the upside. We already have the breakout. We do not have a hook and a go. All right, when we get the hook and the go, which will not happen, do not try to trade this now or in the Sydney or in the Australian market. I mean the Asian market. The Swissy and the Euro moved 13 pips on average during those sessions. 13 pips. So this will probably not happen until London. All right. Our first trade after the break, hook, and go will be up to the R2, moving our stop here. All right. Once we break through the 103.50 and hook back down, we will add a position here, and we will trade it up to the R4, and we will move our stop tight. And if we break above the R4, we'll take it all the way up to 104.00 right there. All right. So there we go. That's what we're looking for there. And Swissy. Swissy, we may continue this falling wedge. Not sure yet. We're waiting to see. All right. Everybody can see that if we get a fall, if it continues down, we're going to have to be in this area right here. Our next target is 92.25. We won't get that to about 92.75. We're going to have to have a clean break, hook, and go down to 92.25. All right, that's where we're going to be going there. So if we get that, but there's a lot of danger on this chart. All right, because we're in a falling wedge. A falling wedge is a buy sign, so they could buy this out at any time. If they buy it out, you're out of this currency. All right. All right. Dollar yen. Dollar yen is doing a bear flag currently right now. Draw that bear flag for you. Doing a bear flag, a break of the bear flag, and the break of the support right down here, and our trade is below 97.66. Get a break hook, and you got to get a go up here at 66 because you're only 16 pips above the 97.50. You're going to trade it down to here below the 97.50. You're going to add a position, and you're going to move your stop tight at 97.03, and that's probably the end of it on the dollar yen. All right, and then we'll see it bounce. All right, so that's the possibility. Today we could still work this bear flag up to the top here. If we find sellers up here, you will get this trade also. All right. So if we do a bear flag up to 95.80, 98.59, 60 area, we'll be looking for a sell off of that all the way to there. These targets have already been taken out here. They're no longer targets. That means this is the big wide open space right here. All right. So interested in that trade. Let me put a little arrow on here. I'm interested right up here on a move up to the top. And I'm interested in the bear flag break down below here. I'm interested in the trade below 97.50. All right, that's what we're looking at. Aussie dollar. Aussie dollar has pulled down below the bear flag. It's now doing. We'll probably see another bear flag today because it'll wait till Sydney to go. Sydney has a great opportunity here. Let's go up to the 240 and see what we got. All right, and we can see lots of bottoms here. All these bottoms are giving a problem. That's why it's having trouble breaking. Bottom here, bottom here, bottom here. All right, so it's having trouble breaking. But if it does break, we're looking to come down to the S8, which is at 98.79. All right, we'll move our stop at 90.11, move our stop again at 9,000, and we'll hang in to 98.79 on the break of this right here. Most likely, they will build a bear flag today. All right, they do need to square this up. So up here is where they'll be squaring it up at the bottom of here. So if they build a bear flag all the way to here, we're going to look for sellers to come in here. If that occurs, then this becomes your trade. All right. So there we go. All right. So I'm going to be interested right up here, and then I'm going to be interested on the bear flag break, and I'm going to be interested below 90.50. All right. I don't know what that real estate's going to look like. That's the area to look for. I don't know what it's going to look like at the time. I'm just anticipating the market. That's our job as traders, is to anticipate the market. All right. When you anticipate the market, then you can figure out where your trade is. Never go in the market looking for a trade. Always go looking for the structure of the market, and your trade will become evident. A good example is this one right here. All right. We've had an A, B. We need a C to here. All right. If we get down to here, we're looking for the bounce. Once we break out of here, can everybody see that's our trade opportunity there? All right. All right. Thank you, Colin. All right. No, some of these are long, some are short. I'm telling you where they go. I'm drawing arrows to tell you it's a long right there. We don't take the short down here because why? We're in a day chart uptrend. We don't know. They're looking for buyers. Where will they find the buyers? If they can't find enough buyers to break this here, they're coming down to here. There will be buyers waiting for this at the bottom of the day chart. We wait for that to happen, wait for it to come out of the single line trend line, and there's our first trade, and there's our second trade bisected by this PSR right here. All right, so we're looking for a breakout up. We'll need to be above 120. I wouldn't take it until you were above 130. You need to be above 130, which is right where we are right now. And 130, our first target is 130.106. We'll have trouble getting through here. Double your position above 138.28 and trade it to 113.31.94. And we could get as high as 132.74. That's a possibility. All right. Over to the pound yen. Pound yen is at the bottom of a trend wall. We know they're selling pounds, and they have broken out here. This is a trade I would stay the heck away. You got bottoms, 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 bottoms right here. All right. The trade will not exist until we get into this area right here, if it does at all. And most likely it will hit the bottom, pull back up, and maybe we'll get this trade on the downside move after the pullback. Wait for the pullback, and there's trade 1 and trade 2. So that's what we're interested there. So let me put a note here to self. I'm interested in the trade below here. All right. Now, obviously, we're at a bounce point. So everybody can see that's why you don't want to trade it into a bounce point. All right. These are all bounce points here to take it back up to the upside. And we got a big upside opportunity should that happen. All right. New Zealand dollar. Waiting to see if she'll go down. We're very glad we did not take this trade today because we would be upside down. That's why we don't take very many of those. That's if it was a high-risk trade, and we don't take high-risk trades. Pretty easy to see here that if we can take this bottom out, we're already out of the day chart of the 240 trend. We can take this bottom out. We've got all these bottoms sitting right here, tops over here. All right, there's the first trade, right to there. All right, if we break that, we're coming down to this channel right down here. Trade 1 and trade 2. So we've got to break 79.66. Got to break that. We've got to move our stop by 50. All right. Got to move our stop again at 79.16. A break, hook and go below 79.16. We're looking to double our position and trade it down to 78.50. Pretty simple to see that one. All right. All right. That's the majors. Over to the exotics. All right. And try to keep these 10 minutes long so everybody can watch them quickly. All right. All right. All right. So Aussie Yen. We're at the bottom of a trend line. There's nothing for us to do. We're anticipating a bounce. But if we do get a bounce and it comes back up to around this area right up in here, right up in this area here, we will look for a sell-off back to do a double bottom down here. So we will be interested after the pullback, not before the pullback. All right? So everybody be aware. There's nothing to the upside. We're in a downtrend. So we're interested if it retraces up to here, get a pullback, we're interested in the sell in this area right here. And really, that's about it, because that is a day chart bottom. I'd be leery about taking anything else but that. All right. Euro pound. Euro pound. All right. Euro pound went to our target. All right. Everybody remember from this morning, the break here, this is where we're going to trade it. We never got a trade set up. Everybody see that? We never got a trade set up in here, but look at where they went. That was our target this morning. All right. How many stayed in that trade who was here? I don't know the link, JJ. You'll get an email with it. All right, Tim, Phil, Ron, John Robert, 52 still in. Okay, nice job, everybody. Way to go. Still in times 3. Nice job, Rob. Way to go. All right, 62, Tom. Nice job. All right, 62, Phil. Nice job, John. Yeah, great. Way to go, boys and girls. All right. So these were our 2 opportunities. We identified them yesterday. These are my arrows from yesterday saying you want to take this trade and this trade. This is trade 1, trade 2. Now you can see why we're target traders. We know where the market's trying to go. The next target is up here, right here. All right? So traders should be moving their stop and staying in to see if we can get that right there. Now when you pull all of that out, it's going to be 100 pips. But it pays $1.53. All right? Phil, it's always the same. The last support or resistance plus 5 to 7 pips on an arrow on an odd number that ends in a 3 or a 7. All right. I don't know what that is yet. We don't have. It's when you get the entry. That's what your stop will be. All right. So this is right now. It's in a 2-day trade. Well, it doesn't matter. We traded this one yesterday. We did this one today. Okay, that's 2 days. All right. As long as it keeps going. How long can you stay in a trade that goes your way? As long as it keeps going my way. If it pulls back down, we'll get stopped out and we'll wait for the next opportunity. All right? That's how we do it. That's how we get lots of pips. That's why we don't trade for 5-day pips. We will never trade, ever, for 5, 8, 10, 12, 15, 20 pips. Never. We don't even look at them unless we got 30 pips or more. All right? Euro Aussie, we're looking for the bounce up here. All right? We got a 90 pip trade up here, folks. More than likely, they're going to go sideways. All right, they'll go sideways until the Sydney market today. All right, so when Sydney opens, you're going to look for this trade right here. This is what we call a pole. All right, you can see it's a flag rolling here. Whatever it did over here is what it should do here. That means we should end up in this area. So our first target will be 47.35. Our second target will be 47.76. What do we need? A break, a hook, and a go out of the rectangle. All right, so there we go. All right. EuroCAD. EuroCAD, we're waiting for a continuation to the upside. This downtrend is gone, so we'll take it off. All right, it's gone. We're working this move right here to the upside. As you can see, nobody's very interested in here. We can't trade this until we get above 36.73. All right, all these targets in here have been taken out over here. All right, on the last up move, they took all these targets out. Those were our targets we traded to last week. All right, so these are all gone. So we're looking for a double top up here at 37.66. with slowing down at each one of these lines, okay? So the reality of the situation is we got a snowman, all right? First snowman would be right here. Once we break, there's the first one, there's the second one. All right, I'll draw the snowman so you can see. There's his hands and his feet, and there he is. Okay, so trade 1 is here, trade 2 is here. All right, you double your position in trade 2. Trade 2 is about 37.15 up to 37.66. All right, so that's what we're looking for right there. All right, so let me put that on the chart so I know what it is. And remember, we record this, so you can always go back and say, what the heck did he really say? Did he really say that? Yes, he really said that. All right, so we record everything, so we got a record of it. All right, so those are our 2 opportunities there. All right, CAD Yen, waiting for the breakdown. All right, again, wait until most likely the Asian session. We're going to have to take all this bottom off down here. We've got to take all these supports out before we ever trade this thing. But once we trade it, we're going to trade this big trade right here, moving our stops at each one of these fibs. All right, we're going to have to watch the 94.50. But once we break hook below the 94.50, we can double our position down to the 93.88. All right, so there it is. So trade 1 is here, trade 2 is here. All right. All right. Pretty easy to see. New Zealand yen, we're waiting for the break to the downside again. She's testing doing that, but she hasn't gotten here yet. It's pretty easy to see once she does break that we have a trade to the PSR down here. That's 90 pips away there. So a break of 7,800, you can't trade into a 7,800, but a break of 7,800, you're going down to 7,750. All right, so 7,800, 77, just 50 pips will be left in that trade. But we would be interested in those 50 pips if it happens at the right time of day and looks good. All right, it's not a very big trade, it's a lousy little trade, but if it's perfect, we'll take it. All right, so put it below 7,805, 7,800. Pound New Zealand, all right? Every time, yes, you're looking for a break hook and go. It does it 98% of the time, all right? 98% of the time, so there's no reason not to do it. Yeah, but 2% of the time it doesn't do it, all right? 2% of the time. That means 2 out of 100 times it's not going to do it. That's what happened on the British pound today. We can't jump into the bottom of a trade, all right? Yes, Tim, it will be emailed to you, all right? All right. British pound New Zealand, we're waiting to see if we get the breakout to the north. Okay, if we get to the breakout to the north, we're headed right into consolidation. Right here is consolidation, so we'll consolidate over here. So our trade is right here. That's all we got right there. So a break, we got it. A hook, we got it. We're looking for the go. When we get the go, we're looking to go up to 92.52 from 91.33. All right, pretty easy to see that one. But then it's going to be going right into consolidation, so it'll be difficult to make that trade. So we'll flip this back over to the upside, all right, and see if she makes that trade. Silver, for those of you who can trade it, we're waiting to get out of this bear flag. If we can break out of this bear flag to the upside, we're looking at a trade up to 21.12. All right, we're going to run into the day chart target before then. So it's silver moves about 50 pips a day, so that's it. Where's the entry? I don't know. I can't tell you what it is. It's a go. What does it look like at the time? It has to do with what it is at the time, Mike. There's no such thing as what is it? What is it? It's what is it doing now? Is it moving? Is it bright green? And is money coming into it? If that's happening, then we take it. If it isn't, then we don't. All right. All right. So that's what we're looking for. All right. Dollar index. What are they doing? They're pulling back off of this trend, but they're not convincing me yet that they're done with the move to the upside. All right. So if they break this to the downside, you start seeing them, they pull, turn into red candles, like over here where they made the turn, then it turned into red candles. If they make the turn into red candles, we're probably going to the downside. That means the euro will go up, the pound will go up, the Aussie will go up, the New Zealand will go up. Not what we want them to do. All right, pound chief. All right, this was a trade from this morning. Pound chief. I made the trade from the pound chief this morning. All right. Got 50 pips on it last night. Yeah, pip they are not all from Winner's Edge. They come from multiple places. All right. 140, Michael, nice job. All right, nice work there. All right. Anybody else? 2 positions, Michael, nice job for 140. Anybody else? Just Michael. All right. I wonder why Michael makes 6,000 to 7,000 pips a month. All right. Michael, what's your best month? Post it in there, not because we're trying to make Michael a star, but because you need to see that you can actually do this from real traders. So we never got a hook and a go on this one, right? Average of 140. Yep, thank you, Matt. Nice trade, Matt. Way to go. All right. So, yeah, no hook and go on this one. All right, so Michael was in from last night. It was a break of this bottom last night. We talked about it yesterday. It was actually a trade from yesterday. So the average trader did 50 pips on it. Michael got 140. So nice job. All right. All right. Now, Michael Anthony's best month is 5,976 pips. Michael's been with us 13 months. Oh, that was John Roberts, sorry. John Robert, okay. All right. All right, so we're right here at the day chart bottom. What do we got left? Nothing. All right, we're done. This was the, can everybody see why this was the opportunity? Is that not the wide open space? That's why the big boys took it. When they get an opportunity like that, they're going to take it. If we can find that opportunity ahead of time, we will be ready to go. Now you have to go to our website. Just go to our website for the chart. But why get the charts yet? Everybody wants to get the charts too quickly. Now you got to try to learn two things. Brand new software and new methodology. That's not smart. Spend a couple of days getting your head wrapped around the methodology, and then you say, okay, I'm getting the hang of this. I'm ready to go. I think I can do it. Wait, just like trading. All right, nowhere to go on that pound Aussie. All right, pound New Zealand, pound New Zealand, I should say. On the pound Aussie, we're working a channel to the top, and everybody has been with me all week. This was our trade up to the top. All right, everybody remember that? This is where we're going to trade up to this day chart top. Where do we get to? By the way, for all of you traders who are new here, we made that trade, we made that trade, we made that trade, and we made that trade. All right, ton of pips right there. All right, John. Yeah, you may be right. Who knows? I don't know if you're right. I don't know if I'm right. I don't know if you're right. We'll find out. That's how we do it. We just watch the chart, take the biggest opportunity with the least amount of risk, and we wait for that to happen. If it happens, we take it. So, all right. So that's pound Aussie. We're done to the top. We're probably going to come all the way to the bottom of the channel and probably move to the downside. Why would I say that? Let me take it. Let me scrunch this up, and you'll be able to see it. All right. Let me make it a little bigger here. All right. Everybody can see we're trading in a box. That means there is no trend. We're trading a box. All right. So what do they do when they trade a box? They trade it to the upside. When they get to the upside, they trade it to the downside. When they get to the downside, they trade it to the upside. So what's next? Back to the downside. So that's what we'll do it. All right. In fact, the vast majority of our trades will appear after the session. Why? We'll identify them here, but we can't make them move in our session. It depends on what size your account, John. If you traded minis, it'd be 4,000 dimes. If you traded, $4,000. Right? If you traded standards, it'd be $40,000. If you traded minis, it'd be $400. Okay? Micros, I should say. All right? So we're looking for this to come to the downside. So there's nothing for us to do. We've topped out. We're waiting for the break of this flag, this channel out to the downside. And when that happens, which will probably could happen tonight, but I'm not looking for it to happen tonight. I'm looking for them to get in position to do that, and probably the rest of the week we'll get this trade down here. Now, they can still go up, all right? So they still have the opportunity. If they pop it up here and go to here, then we actually do have a trend, all right? Because they have taken out these tops, all right? So then we would look at it from a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 standpoint up to the top. So be ready for that trade. If it breaks that up there, we don't want to miss that trade to the upside. I'm not looking for that to happen, but it certainly could. So above 69.15 going to 71.70. Right? Euro New Zealand. Right? Euro New Zealand up to the 240 here, and we just broke out of the wedge, but we're not convincingly out of the wedge yet. All right. So you can see we're right here. If we break, this target's gone. All right. So our next target is right here. So there's a big opportunity right here, folks. So it becomes a two-part trade: 1 here and 2 here. All right. That means we double our position when we break into the space 2. That's at 66.87. Let's call it 6,700. Above 6,700, you want to be in a trade up to 67.69. You're going to need a break, hook, and a go down here to make this trade on the first part. All right. So we're going to look for this opportunity on a break hook and go of 66.50. We'll be interested in the trade up to part 1, which is 6,700. Above 6,700, we will double our position and look for 67.69. All right, that's what the chart tells us to do. All right. What's the red line on the MACD? You mean inside here? This one right here? Yeah, that's the moving average. That's why it's called a moving average convergence divergence. It's got a moving average in it. All MACDs have a moving average in it. All right. So that's what they do. All right. All right, so that's what we see, folks. All right, did we learn some things today? Everybody learned a bunch of good stuff today. All right, we didn't make any trades. We saw some trades go to market that we couldn't get in. There's the fundies for all of you right there. All right, so we're here to help you. Our job here is to make you better. All of our traders that are in here helping, you see Pip and John Robert, Michael Anthony, they're all here. They're traders that have been with us a while, and they're all here to help you get to where you want to go. All right. Everybody will get an email today on the session recap today. You will all get an email on that. I am putting together a special introduction to Forex target trading webinar for all of you. I'll do a special day for that. So keep an eye on your email for that. You'll get the information on when that's going to happen. It will be in this room right here. So, all right, everybody. Can I do the pound dollar real quick? Yeah, Sharon. All right. Pound dollar. We're waiting for the break below 52.40 right in here. Our first target is right there. It's at 51.62. And the next trade is right down here to the day chart bottom, which is 50.25. All right, so trade 1 here, trade 2 here. So a break of 52.40, break, hook, and go. Break, hook, and go. All right, we traded down to 51.62. Move your stop. Try to get through all this mess right here. If you can get through the mess, when you break out here, hook and go again, double your position. Double your position again below 5100. All right. So it can be anything. It can be anything. As long as it breaks, hooks, and goes. All right. Break. That's a candle down. Hook, that's a candle up. Go, that's a candle down if you're going down. All right. So if they're going fast, you got to go down to a 3-minute chart so you can see 3 candles. All right. You got to take 3 candles, and if it's going fast, you got to go to the 3-minute chart. All right, everybody. I will see all of you later. Have a great day.